Hey folks, welcome to this video. In this video we are going to talk about volumes. Volumes in Docker. So we want to remember first that a container doesn't have any storage tied to it. So if you do any change on a file or on a directory inside of a container, this change will not be saved anywhere because there is no way to do it at this moment. So if you, let's say, if you delete a file inside of the container, then you stop the container and start it again, the file will be there because the change wasn't saved at all. So we will use volumes to have a persistent storage tied to the container, so any change that we do inside of the container for any file or so, it will be saved for later runs for that container. Okay. uh, First we will create a new volume, so we are going to use docker volume create command and a name for this volume. So in this case sample, we can use another command to list all the volumes that we have in our system, which is docker volume ls. In this case, we can see that we only have one volume in the system, which is the one I just created. So another command that we can use is to list more details about any volume, which is docker volume inspect and the volume name, which is sample. We can see it displays more information like the driver, which is local. We don't have any label. This is the important one because it's the mount point where this path is where Docker will save any change that we do in the container locally. So here will be listed all the changes that we do inside of the container. We have also the name, obviously, and there is no options for this volume. The scope is local. Okay. Um, Now we are going to attach this volume to a container, and for that we need to use the Docker run in order to start the container with the volume option. Let's check if we have images available on the system by using docker images command. We can see that we have the BB board that we used in the last video. So we are able to start that. We can start this image as container. So we can use docker run. We can use p the port that we are going to attach. -b is for the volume. We need to specify the volume name. Then we need to specify the we will specify the path inside of the container that will be related to the volume. So when we do any change on this path inside of the container, all of the changes will be saved on this volume. Okay, let's we are going to use the detach option and hyphen name and the image board one tag. Okay, I think it is oh it's double hyphen here. uh, a typo. It's BB board. Okay, that's it. We have docker ps. The container is running, so we need to see what is inside of the container, and for doing that we are going to use docker exec, and the container ID, we can get that ID from docker ps. And yeah, I'm going to paste here. I'm going to list what is inside the container. By using this command, docker exec, the container ID, and the command, this command will be executed inside of the container. So these files are inside of it. Also, I want to print my working directory inside of the container. Okay, as you can see, we can have, our working directories usr src app, which is the same that we mapped here. This means that if we do any change on these files, let's say I want to remove Docker file, so this change will be persistent after we stop the container. That's the magic for the volumes. Okay, I'm going to stop the container. So I need the ID again. Then docker stop. Me and my typos. Okay, docker stop. I'm going to stop it. Then I need to remove any reference for this container. Docker ps and these options. Okay, I'm doing this because I want to delete the volume. So I'm going to list the volume again. Typo again. Okay, the volume is there. So I'm going to delete the volume, which is sample. Okay, there is no error there. I'm going to list them again. And as you can see, we don't have any volume in the system. So all the data, if there is any in the volume, will be erased as well. So in this video, we saw several commands to manage volumes in Docker, which is very helpful because in a real scenario in the industry, a production application, we need a lot of persistent changes instead of those changes be deleted on every stop and run. So volumes are a key thing in this Docker environment. So this is all for this video. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. Thanks.